Hi, welcome to the AskPatrick series. Today's question is how to crack an IIM interview. I mean, an interview questions can be anything under the sun. I mean, you could be asked academics, you could be asked GK, you could be asked about yourself, you could be asked about your place you stay. There could be anything under the sun where can be asked, and it's so vast to prepare everything. I mean, yes, one definite way is to obviously work very hard, prepare for everything. But unfortunately, the questions can be really, really vast. It could be anything under the sun. And no matter how much you prepare, there could always be questions which you may not be able to answer. So I would rather say two ways to go about, looking at cracking the interview. One is be prepared for the unprepared questions. How are you going to answer those questions? Maybe smile, maybe have that whole confidence about answering the questions, not too overconfident, okay, but not too underconfident also. So, just the right confidence saying that, okay, even if you don't know the answer, would you be able to do intelligent guessing or should you leave it, etc., etc. Right. Secondly, what you could do is direct the interview to the area that you want and then try to answer the question. Now it's easier said than done, but yes, it's definitely possible to direct the interview to the area that you want. I've seen so many cases where people have directed the interview and ensured that they're prepared in those directions and gone about, cracking the interview. Uh, just to give you a few examples, so I had a student who was good at, reading. So he went about, mugging up all the Booker Prize winners right from start to the end. He went about doing a lot of notes of every book that he read. And he tried to direct the interview towards reading, and they went towards reading, and he was able to answer. So he asked him what are the recent any Booker Prize winner or prize. He went about dictating the whole list of Booker Prize winners. I mean, considering seeing that how much he had prepared, they were really impressed about it. I mean, there are many such examples where people have prepared for. It could be maybe, but the preparation of the answer should be such that you should go little above board in terms of what you know. I mean, what generally people know. So, for example, when I was taking an interview once, there was a person who was talking about stock markets, and I asked about stock market. The person was an engineer, but was able to analyze stock markets and link how the US stock markets affect the Indian exchange rate, affects the Indian stock market, and so on. I mean, was able to give an in-depth analysis of the same. Out of one's field, maybe passionate about stock market and was able to analyze more than what was required. Obviously prepared, but yes, that is what is expected of you. Show passion and show knowledge beyond maybe what is not. You're not expected to know all the answers, but you're expected to know and show your passion in the interview. That is what is important. Also, one very important thing is try to have an intelligent conversation with the panelists. In the top IIMs, they prefer that. I'll have that in maybe some other questions in terms of interview. But look at these things. I mean, have a good body language in the interview. Second, try to lead the interview to the area that you are confident about and then answer the question. It is possible that what area you're prepared for, the panelist may not be ready to ask you questions on that. Maybe he doesn't know, or maybe he's. Therefore, I normally say maybe prepare two or three areas. Maybe one of those areas you may pick it up, and then you may be able to answer the questions on that. But also be careful that you don't use any words where you're not comfortable with, because if the interview goes in wrong direction, then you are in for it. Hope that helps. Thank you.